What's up, everybody in the recovery? We're going to do a little bit of a small testimony today. I'm going to share when my life took a huge turn and ended up to be for the best. This is back in 2012, New Year's Day, actually. I caught a felony. First felony I was charged with that I was actually innocent of. And through this, I ended up being incarcerated a couple months before I even made it to court. And basically, I ended up deciding I was going to plead out. And try to get some type of prison rehab through this. That's what ended up happening. And, I remember laying there thinking how much of a curse this was, and it wasn't even 2 years later I could look back and I would tell people this was a blessing. And here's why. I would not have got into treatment any other way. I didn't have the means, nor would I had done it willingly. I was about to be evicted from where I was living. I was addicted to opiates for a decade at this point in my life. So, didn't have nothing good going for myself. This was probably the most positive thing that could happen. And I know that's crazy to say, but it really actually was. And I got out after a little under a year. Had to go to a shelter. The shelter was actually right down the road from Little Community Church, which had a Celebrate Recovery meeting, which, for those of you who don't know, it's a 12-step Christian 12-step program for addiction or any type of addiction, really. And thank goodness I ran into that first group, because them people I still talk to here and there and let them know I'm doing all right, because they gave me support and love when I never had that in my life. I never even knew how messed up I was until I got into this group for a while and realized some of the things I grew up with thinking of as everyday normal things weren't everyday normal things. It was just I had an addict mother, so I never, that's what I had seen my whole life. And this group, they supported me and they were really there for me. They trusted me, and that gave me, made me start to love myself and start to really, feel like, if they cared about me, then I was worth it, So I know that might sound corny, but that's the way I felt. I was on felony probation at the time, so I had to be on supervision, and that actually gave me a lot of encouragement to stay clean. Gave me encouragement when I did relapse. I did let my PO know, which ended up helping me in the long run and helped me not go back to prison. I got to go to a halfway house after a little while, and I didn't want to go back, so I didn't use, and there was drugs all over this halfway house, but I didn't use because I wanted to make a better life. I've seen people that had true happiness and they were sober, and I wanted that, So I kept going back to the, meetings. When I wasn't in that area, they encouraged me to go to other meetings, and I got involved in the church wherever I was living at the time. I'd stay involved in church and meetings, and that gave me a lot of positive people. I still got my life today, and that's what I suggest to anyone is, get plugged into positive people, and if you grew up in a negative family, you're going to have to cut a lot of that out and learn how to separate yourself from that, and that's one thing I've had to do. And I thank God that I've been able to do it, because had I not stayed involved in recovery and trying to live a better life, my older brother's in prison today, and he's lucky that he's still alive, really. But so I could very well be dead or in prison had I not stumbled in this meeting. I just want to thank everyone at that first Celebrate Recovery and first 12-step meetings I attended. Just thanks to all you guys who supported me through the beginning, and get involved. That's the best thing I can tell anyone. Get involved. Also get professional help if you've been addicted to opiates for long term. But negatives can definitely turn into being positives. Life's what you make it. Like I said, I got out. I was at a homeless shelter, and within a few months I had my own place and was on my feet. And all these things happened because I was involved in recovery, which gave me access to better people, which gave me access to better opportunities. So my best advice to everyone is, make the best out of every day. Take it a day at a time. Just make the next right decision. Stay sober, Keep your head up. Like, share, subscribe, guys.
Okay.
In a little bit.
Okay.
You want to say bye?